So after 8 years, I can finally say that this is not clickbait. You really can, in vanilla survival, have one of these portals that when you jump through, you are in a brand new dimension. This is part of the most recent snapshot. They added dimensions. It's very rough, so I'm not going to do any tutorials at the moment. But I put together this crazy data pack, which did take me quite some time to get it working just right. But it works out portals just as they would in the Nether, but for this dimension that I know a lot of you, including myself, are very familiar with. And they work as you would expect. So as soon as you put the water down, it fills up the portal, and now you can use it. And it just goes back and forth. It works for bi-directional, so it can be both directions. And if there isn't a portal, it puts a new one, just like you might expect. So here's the other portal, and it puts me right out at this guy. So there's no block discrepancies because they're the same world type, whereas like with the Nether it's a 1:8 ratio. Now this portal does not have a link, so if I try and go through it, then it will spawn a new portal for me right here. So I can just go ahead and break this, go back through, and gone. Go back through this one and break this guy. So this is pretty cool, awesome concept. Hopefully they expand upon it, but essentially they made it so that in a world you can generate it with a custom JSON, and the JSON can have extra dimensions to it using comma separated lists. And basically what this means is you can put infinite dimensions of any type. So, and to access them in your world, you can do execute in dimension. So normally there's overworld, the end, the Nether. Now there's skydim. And then if I do that, it will TP me to the sky dimension. And most of the data pack works around making these portals actually work. If you hadn't guessed, there's structure voids to keep the water from spreading. And there's a ton of commands to make sure that they break when the portal is insufficient and when you first enter them. Also, it has some weird discrepancies when you're in creative mode, but you can fix them by just flying through, building another portal. But this is pretty experimental, so I'll definitely expand upon this. And if they add data pack support, I will definitely try and put together a data pack or some kind of tutorial that shows you guys how to make new dimensions with a data pack, and make the portal code a lot more clean. At the moment, it is not something that I would port. It's something I put together really quickly, and it has a lot of craziness. I'm basically just doing an if block for every block in the portal and making sure it's the right type. You can fix this with a lot of other ways. I'm by no means saying this is the best code, but I thought it was a cool little gimmick thing because I know a lot of you guys have seen the snapshot and wanted me to make a video on it, but this is kind of my response of it's cool, but it's not practical yet. They're not done with it. They're going to change it, so here's a little thing to tie you over. Hopefully you enjoy it. Anyways, the download to the world will be in the description, and as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.